The internet has broke your brain. Recall the feelings you had after a long internet session. Are you fatigued or energized? Are you deflated or motivated? Are you angry or at peace? I know whenever I procrastinate from the work I should be doing by scrolling on the internet, I always feel the former: fatigued, deflated, and angry. These things aren't moving me any closer to my goals, and to be honest with you, I kind of feel like I'm wasting my life. And I know you guys feel the same way too. I have made a few videos about dopamine, distractions, and focus before because this shrinking attention span is becoming a real problem. Your brain is foggy and your mind isn't clear. The internet has completely eroded your ability to think. So here's the problem. If you can't think for yourself, someone else will think for you. If you don't take control of your own life, someone else will control it for you. If you don't create your own goals, someone else will assign them to you. Everything begins up here. If you can't get this in order, it's game over. So today, I'm going to give you the first step to fix your broken brain. So, let me introduce you to the problem. Butter or vegetable oil? Which one should I cook my food in? This was actually a question I had a couple of weeks ago because I like to follow my own curiosity and I was curious about nutrition science. Then I stumbled upon an argument happening online. Animal fats versus vegetable oil. Saturated fats versus polyunsaturated fats. Which one is more healthy? The scientific consensus says that polyunsaturated fats are more healthy than saturated fats. But there are still plenty of videos on YouTube and podcasts in favor of animal fats over vegetable oils. So you have these two completely different perspectives. So what should you do as a person who doesn't know anything about nutrition science? This is only an example. We're not here to actually discuss which one is better, animal fats or vegetable oils. What we're here to discuss is the noise bottleneck. The more frequently you look at data, the more noise you are disproportionately likely to get. Hence, the noise to signal ratio increases. Your brain is like a computer. It is always sorting through information, looking for what is relevant to you and what is not. To do this, the computer needs a lot of RAM, a lot of space to store short-term information to be accessed immediately. We don't have this. Humans are not designed to hold a bunch of information in our minds and be able to find the one thing that truly matters. Instead, we get trapped in the noise, unable to find the signal. Here's an example. A few months ago, I watched this video by James Smith. It's about the downfall of modern podcasts and why the business making money has become more important than actually delivering valuable information to you, the audience. In the video, James explains there's a mismatch between supply and demand. There are only so many guests who will state the facts and tell the truth in an accessible way. But because the show is a show and the show must go on, the host will bring on guests who are controversial and will want to convince you of their radical perspective. This is to be expected too. The game of social media is a game of engagement. And the content that generates the most engagement will spread to larger and larger audiences, therefore bringing in more money. But unfortunately, the content that causes the most engagement are the ones that sparks the most amount of disagreement, especially anger. And the result is the internet that we have today. Podcasts and videos are filled with contradictory information. Knowing what you should do, what's best for you, has never been more confusing. And it's exhausting too, because no matter what you decide, no matter what you do, there's going to be a person waving their finger at you saying it's wrong. Not to mention everyone seems like they hate each other now, and it just creates this overall sense that everything is fucked. But thankfully, the internet is not reality. What you are experiencing is noise, not signal. The single greatest thing you can do for your brain is reduce the amount of information you see. And lucky for you, I don't spend that much time on the internet. And I have a secret. I don't consume information. I research. The only reason why I started looking into vegetable oils and animal fats is because I wanted to make a video about nutrition. So I needed to research about nutrition. I needed to become aware of different perspectives. I set an intention. All the content I research is intentionally selected for a question I have or a problem I'm trying to solve, and my brain is only looking for what is relevant. I am focused, not distracted. I only research information about topics I am interested in, and I have a project to apply the knowledge to, these videos. Watching YouTube videos, listening to podcasts, and reading books is absolutely useless unless you have a project to apply the knowledge to. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time. I've been reading Essentialism by Greg McKeown. It's about deciding and only engaging with the things that are truly essential. Everything else is completely irrelevant and is not worth your time or energy. And this is true in all areas of life. In his own words, almost everything is unimportant, and very few things are truly important. I know what things are essential to me. I know what the things I truly care about are. Everything else I see as a distraction. I don't pay attention to the news. I don't pay attention to social media drama. I have very little interest in watching other people live their lives. I have limited interest in movies. I won't watch TV shows unless it's one of the few that I truly enjoy. And even then, I only watch it at certain times in the day. I will only watch YouTube videos from a small number of channels unless I'm researching for a project. I only read books and search the internet if I have a project I can implement the learnings into. That is my secret. Understand what is essential to you. Everything else, either reduce it or eliminate it. And have projects that you're researching about. Don't consume. You will avoid the noise bottleneck. You'll reclaim your attention span and you'll feel motivated, energized, and at peace. Now, if you're wondering, how do I actually work out what's essential to me? You're probably not going to like the answer. You need to spend less time here and more time out there. You need to do more cool things and experiment. Follow your curiosity and interests. Challenge yourself. Find flow and play. There is no secret to this. You just have to do it. I am working on a series of videos that should help with this, but until then we have a lot of work to do to fix our broken brains. If you start researching and start consuming, you will avoid the noise bottleneck. But you'll also find that these projects you're researching into will have a lot of conflicting information, and you need to have the tools to deal with that. In the next video, we'll be talking about the problem of science, why it's nearly always wrong, and how you can find the truth no matter what you're researching. So click it here if you're watching this in the future. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. Bye.